Welcome back, everyone, to the Pack 16 Team Builder Conference Dynasty. No Santa Fe State this week. We're in a bye, week 6. Got a tough test here for both squads, LA Metro and the Albuquerque Arrows. The Dynamos getting the scoring started with a pick 6. 3rd down and 17. Fernando Bourgeois doesn't know really where to go, and it's going the other way. So the Dynamos get on top, 7-0. Their next offensive possession, here's Friday Mutton with a handoff, a little sweep, little pitch play. He takes it to the house, 14-0. Next possession here for the Arrows, running to the right. Gonna pick up a good chunk of change right there. Good rush to the right side. Fernando Bourgeois scanning the field. Wide open receiver in the back of the end zone. Wow. Towards the sidelines. What a great catch by Ortiz. What a great throw by Bourgeois. He put it right on the money. Perfect throw. Not a great ball, though. It was a little wobbly. A little lame duck action there. No pressure. Can't get enough pressure on the quarterback for the Dynamos. Rocky Adkins finds Jay Ballmer, the freshman tight end. He's going to be a darn good one, man. We got to keep our eyes for Jay Ballmer. He's been a playmaker for this offense. Dynamos sticking out to a 21-7 lead. Late second quarter to the end zone throw. That'll be picked off. Trying to make a little something happen there. Down by 14. Albuquerque trying to rush that out of the end zone. Couldn't make it happen, but we'll jump ahead here to the next quarter. Third quarter, deep shot down the sideline. That's another big-time play and another big score. Again, Friday Mutton, man. He's insane. He can rush. He can receive. He's a do-it-all back through and through. So 28-7, Alejandro Garcia will take this all the way up past the 10-yard line. Bourgeois scrambling to the right. He's going to find his receiver in the end zone. Another touchdown for the Arrows, but it might be a little too late. They're going to have to make something happen here in the next couple of possessions, and that's probably not going to help. A missed extra point leads it to be 31-13 as the Dynamos get another field goal and then another interception. Looking for more points on the board here, looking for a blowout. So 31-13, up by 18 points. They're getting a little too cute. Rocky Adkins is not a guy that you run the ball with. He's so slow, he can't run. Forced fumble on the Dynamos leads to a big-time touchdown for the Arrows. Down the numbers. Look at the speed by Lucius Tapper. He's gone. Albuquerque coming back just a little bit. Need to make a play here, though. 3rd down and 2. Mutton can't pick up the yardage needed. Albuquerque will get a big-time stop. They'll end up calling a timeout here. So we jump ahead here. 4th down and 4. And a huge punt for the Dynamos. They're going to push Albuquerque down to about the 2-yard line. 3rd down and 6. Bourgeois got to get rid of this thing, and it's going to fall incomplete. So with 4 minutes and 2 seconds, the Arrows, they got to pick this thing up or this game might just be over. So 4th and 6, what's the play call here? It looks like R1, maybe X could be the receivers that might be open here. Maybe the slant. It's not open. Deep shot. Bourgeois throws it out there, and it's going to go incomplete. Looking for Lucius Tapper out there. Could not get it done. Here's a 1st and goal situation for the Dynamos. It is a touchdown for Friday Mutton yet again. So it's a 18-point game yet again. Here's some nifty moves right there from the Arrows offense. 38-20, 18-point game. They got to get a quick score here, guys. About 2 minutes left in the game. We jump ahead here. 1:34. Bourgeois fumbles the ball, but it's kicked around into the end zone and picked up for a scoop and score. Lucius Tapper picks up the fumble, and that might be just the momentum changer that the Arrows needed. An onside kick recovery. Now only down by 11 again. They have an opportunity to come back within 1 score. Bourgeois up the middle. Turns on the Jets to the numbers, to the 5. The move, the end zone. Touchdown. Fernando Bourgeois. Putting his team on his back with that touchdown. Arrows strike back. They're only down by 5. I think in this spot, you got to consider going for 2. Keep that momentum on your side. Keep it moving. You have a chance to pull off an amazing comeback, an amazing upset. 5-point deficit. Bourgeois keeps it himself. It's a 2-point conversion. Officially now down by 3 points. With 2 timeouts left, they need to get that onside kick, but it didn't work this time. Onside kick will be recovered by the Dynamos, and now all they got to do is just run the clock down. Albuquerque's got 1 timeout left. It's a 4th down and 4 now. They did get the stop. They called their last timeout, but they're going for this. 4th down and 4. They know if they pick up the first, it's over, and Mutton does the job. 144 rushing yards for Friday today. It's funny. Friday today. 3-point victory for the Dynamos, and what a game that turned out to be. Mutton went crazy, had 2 touchdowns. Offenses went crazy, but 22 points for the Arrows to come back. They had a pretty lackluster start there in the first quarter. 14-0. Get 1 touchdown there in the second quarter, then a touchdown and a missed extra point in the third. So only 1 score in the first half, and then in the fourth quarter they just turned on the Jets here. So it really helped them out. The onside kick, of course, really helped out. The stops that they had on defense when they needed it, very timely. But you could argue that looking back, that pick 6 probably cost them this football game. If they had gotten points on that drive, if they didn't allow LA Metro to get another score based on that offensive possession, then you could argue that maybe Albuquerque wins this game. So that's the tough thing about football, man. These mistakes, you only get so many drives. You only get so many opportunities. And when you don't cash in, when you give the other team an extra opportunity, sometimes you lose. More often than not, you lose. So otherwise, pretty good game, man. Pretty entertaining game. I was really excited about that one, to showcase that one for you guys. I saw it on the box score. I was like, oh my God, Dalton lost. Oh man, LA Metro seems tough. If Dalton loses, the team must be tough. That's kind of where I was at. So good game for Friday Mutton, though. He was one of those dudes, man. He's just one of those dudes. You got to watch out for him. If you're playing in fantasy this week, by the way, this is a Saturday upload, so on Thursday will be week number 7. That's available for you guys now if you want to fill that out. Friday Mutton might be a guy you want to look at here. So I'm going to turn it over now to Keneal Mason and his commentary for the Fresno A&D Artists game against the Anchorage Auks. Take it away, Keneal.
Hendricks in the pistol. Brooks slot left. They're looking. He sees something he likes. Throws a little floater to Menifee. He's wide open. And he gets it all the way down to the 26. Magic Hendricks doing what he does best. Moving this offense down the field. Hendricks and Bradshaw in the backfield. In the gun again, Brooks slot left. Hendricks with the read option, and he has room. Blocked by Brooks. He tries to get to the 5, inside to the 3. Pope comes in motion. They do the jet sweep. He tries to get to the outside, and he's going to get there. Touchdown. Fresno A&D. We'll see if that affects. And touchdown. That was a mistake by me as the user. As Waters gets a touchdown easily. Bob played on the play fake. Hendricks sees something he likes at the line, makes a change. And hits Billico across the middle, and he has room. The speedster to the 10, the 5, touchdown! Fresno A&D. When you play sport, you gotta throw it to sport. Sport Billico with another deep touchdown on a beautiful throw by Magic Hendricks. Hendricks unable to escape. He fumbles the football. It's on the ground and it's recovered by Anchorage. So That drive ended up being for nothing. That has been the one issue for Hendricks. It has been his fumbling. And we're going to see how this offense can do when it's one-dimensional. Parker not really able to be himself, but due to his wear and tear, how does that affect how this offense works? No huddle to McTavish, and he's hit hard. Play action, and Hernandez with the pick. Getting in between Bannister. Waters tried to force it in. Hand off to Parker, and he scores. Jaden Parker scores a touchdown, 21-7. Artists, as the extra point is missed. That might come in handy later. They got to make a tackle here, and they do, and they force the 3 and out. Trips right. Billico and Menifee are both left, actually. And Parker has a step and catches the touchdown. The freshman connection. Parker with his second touchdown of the day. Hendricks with a beautiful throw. Ooh, they're going to review it in the booth. I believe Parker, with the way he caught it, got it in time. You see the replay here. And just, yes, gets the feet down for Anchorage. Waters, incomplete. Good defense by Pruitt. And I believe there's one more on the play there. No. 4th and 7. Fresno may have another chance to score. Another sky kick. Billico will fair catch it this time. Fresno has a chance to extend the lead some more. Billico slot left, and I would watch out for him on this play, as he looks like he has a great matchup. And that's exactly where Hendricks is going to go. And it's a Billico for the touchdown. TD for Fresno A&D. And it's a route. Ooh, good route. Touchdown, Moses Waters, the 3rd. And Anchorage is back on the board. That was a hell of a route. Obviously allows them to just take off more time off the clock. Parker, cut back lane up the middle and gets in just barely. You can see Parker laboring off of that hip, and they're reviewing it. I don't think he was in. Yeah, they took it away. But Fresno has every intention of getting him this touchdown, and he gets it running through Middleton for a touchdown. And a pick by Bandy, and he has room to the 20, the 10. He's being chased down, and he scores, breaking the Waters tackle, and a pick 6. This was a very fairly easy W for the Artists at home. Hendricks 339 and 3 touchdowns, and he only played 3 quarters. Probably would have been able to get more yards if he played in the 4th. That's another easy dub for the Artists. This offense is flying high. Hendricks, again, see the numbers there. Parker with 42 on the ground. Only 9 attempts, again, trying to keep him fresh. He had 2 touchdowns, and almost should have had 3. Fumble going into the end zone. Hendricks with a fumble as well with 5 for 55. Billico 5 for 137 and 2 touchdowns. Parker 3 catches for 49 yards and a touchdown, so just near his, just under his normal 100 yards total. Menifee 3 for 56. Jairus Pope just got a touchdown. Couple sacks given up, but nothing too crazy. Bandy with 10 tackles and the pick 6. 3 at TFL for McMahon and a sack and a half for him. He played really well. Carlos with a sack. 4 interceptions off of Solomon Waters. He ended up with 3 touchdowns, but they were 2 of them, I believe, came in garbage time. Tavish 18 for 76, wasn't really able to get going. Malik Rollins, the tight end, was their best receiver today. Moses Waters had 4 for 67 and 2 touchdowns. Maybe not. You can make the case between those two. But Bannister, 1 catch, 6 yards. Case Hernandez, did the job.
Thank you so much, Keneal, for the commentary. Always love the Fresno A&D touchdown calls, man. I wish I had something like that. I used to for my MLB The Show series. Boosh. People didn't like it, so I stopped doing it. All right, well, good win for Fresno A&D. Let's head out here to an out-of-conference matchup between the mighty Puffins out of Bellingham State heading out to Maryland, the land of Maryland Terrapins. And then Malik Hayes. This guy is just something special, man. Bellingham State loves to utilize this dude. You can always know where he is, number 13. He's the running back. He's just like Friday Mutton. We got some really good backs in this series, guys. Friday Mutton can catch it. He can run it. You got Malik Hayes, can do both as well. And Bellingham State, I'm telling you guys, they are starting to come around a little bit. It took them a few games, but look at the type of offense, the creative plays that they're finding open here. They're running the Wildcat. They got Hayes keeping it himself, heading to the end zone. Like, they are so on fire right now. I love watching them play. They're interesting to me. They're the little dark horse team that's got it figured out, that's got it rolling here. Look at, they got offensive linemen getting pushed back, and somehow Hayes has got enough speed to bust it to the outside. Getting a big gain right there. Still 14-0. Little handoff here. Look at, it's Hayes again to the outside. Don't run out the middle with him. He's got way too much speed. Another touchdown for the mighty Puffins. 21-point lead over the Terrapins in their place. That's what's crazy about this. In their place. And now they're throwing pick sixes. It's 28-0, guys. Bellingham State. Zebby Lipton for 47 and a pick six. They are just letting the college football world know that, hey, we start off slow, but we're back. We're ready to fire on all cylinders here. 28-3 ball game, firing it up deep towards the hash marks. Look at them go. Touchdown. Mighty Puffins. Hillis Pickles. Dude, watch out for the mighty Puffins. I'm telling you. I don't want to play them this year. I don't want to play them. It's 35-3 at the half. Malik Hayes, 112 rushes, 15 attempts, 3 touchdowns, and he will finish the game with 146 rushing yards and those 3 touchdowns. So Bellingham State will win 35-10. There wasn't really anything else to show you guys in the second half. The Terps got one more score. Bellingham State pretty much just rested on their laurels at that point. Just run the clock out, get this thing done and over with. That's a victory. You go up on a team 35-3 at the half on the road. That's just straight dubs, man. That is straight easy dubs. Case Kelson was pretty good. I'd say 9 of 11. He was not asked to do much at all. And you know what? Why even force it? You've got the running back with Malik Hayes. You've also got some solid backups there behind him. You're a good running team. Just keep it on the ground. Keep it on the ground. Ground and pound. Kill that clock. Play it safe. Don't force anything. And I think that's probably the smart way to play this game. There's so many pick sixes. The CPU loves to put pressure on you, get 3 seconds to throw, maybe not even 3 seconds sometimes, to throw the ball, forces you into some mistakes, and then before you know it, you got bad pursuit angles, no one's fast enough to... I find it weird in this game. Your receivers are fast enough to blow out cornerbacks down the field. Deep bombs, deep shots, they're wide open all the time. But on interceptions, where the corners going the other way, receivers don't have enough speed to catch up to them. Make that make sense. Either way, I do like the new look Mighty Puffins offense. Keep it on the ground and pound, run that thing, play it safe. It's leading to a lot of wins. So, good win for the Mighty Puffins. Week 6 is in the books. Let's get a little slow scroll action and take a look at these other scores from around the conference. So Vegas State loses to Houston 20-27. That was a tight one. We'll get a little box score look there in just a moment. Sedona State will get a victory over Colorado A&T. We'll take a look at that one. 65-0 over Eastern Michigan. Multnomah State just continuing to score a ton of points. Good win for them there in a blowout. Honolulu College continues to just slice and dice up defenses here in the Pac-16. Of course, Tyler Stratton, Romulus Suggs, those guys were a load to handle for the Bighorns. OMI will lose by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. That's a pretty good defensive showing for OMI, honestly. Idaho Tech's a very tough squad, and the fact that they were able to hold on and make that thing close, somewhat close, is pretty admirable, I will have to say. So let's take a quick look here at the Vegas State game here to see kind of what was going on. 9 first downs, so they just couldn't really move the ball. Scored when they had to, but 4 of 13 on third down conversion. That was their percentage. That was not good, obviously. No turnovers. Houston had 2. So it wasn't like they shot themselves in the foot. It's just their offense just really couldn't do enough moving the chains. I mean, look at Weatherholt. 18 completions for 32 attempts. 2 touchdowns, no picks. Running the football, not very effective. Fotios didn't really do much. Lennox Reed was good. 4 catches for 111 and a score. But, yeah, everybody else, they just couldn't cash in. Now, what about this game? Sedona State and Colorado A&T. 3 points was the only score in the fourth quarter. Wow. So defense reigned supreme there in the fourth quarter. It looked like it could have been anybody's ball game there. If Colorado A&T scores a touchdown there, they win, right? 15 of 33 completion percentage there for Elijah Spears. 22 of 33 for Trip Ferris, probably. Third down again. You just go back to third down. 18% on third down for Colorado A&T. If you're not converting on third, you're probably going to be losing these games. 45% for Elijah Spears. So he was not very effective. Neither was the running game. Mason, Spears, they just could not get the ball moving on the ground. Kinsey was good. Henry was good for a tight end. You take it. Then when we look at over here at Trip Ferris, 212, 1 touchdown, a pick. But still, ended up winning them the game. So his play won them the game. 66% completion. Bastion had 2 touchdowns on the ground. So he was good. Receiving wise, you got Rocker, Patterson, Mulholland, McIntosh, Barry. Everybody was kind of spreading it around there. Good stuff for Sedona State to get a victory. Now, of course, we have to look at the scoring here for Multnomah State and Eastern. 705 yards of total offense. Oh my God. 8 of 10 on third down. What in the world? Actually, let's go back here for a second. I want to see if there were any turnovers. There had to be a ton of them, right? 2 turnovers, 2 fumbles for Eastern Michigan. No turnovers. All clean football for the Orcas. How did Sparks do? 441, 6 touchdowns, no picks, 1 sack, 79% completion percentage, and nobody eclipsed over 100 yards, but man, they had a lot of chunk change, man, on the ground. Brad Hunt, DiBernardo with a touchdown. They were good. DiBernardo, 10 catches for 253 and a 3 touchdown performance. That's crazy. Cervantes Corsair, a touchdown, 3 receptions, and 82 yards. Love to see the freshman producing. And I have to charge my controller. All right, next 2 games here. We got Honolulu College against UMR. Let's see what happened here. Yards per rush is just abysmal there, it looks like. Yeah, 17 rushes for 5 for Honolulu College. Obviously, UMR is a little bit more balanced. The Islanders, they like to throw the football. It's pretty clear that that's kind of the name of their game. Stratton, 8 touchdowns. Why couldn't fantasy be this week? I'm sure that most people would be asking. 472, 8 touchdowns, 61%. They didn't even try to run the football. Suggs was just kind of not effective. He wasn't used. McLean, 7 for 218. McGarry, 7 for 127. This dude had 5 touchdowns. Braden McLean, 5 touchdowns. Absolutely crazy. For UMR, Zaire Bishop went over the century mark, had a lot of touchdowns through the air, so they were hanging in there as best as they could, but yeah, man, it just wasn't good enough. Nick Paget, maybe the 1 interception you could argue cost him, but I think that Honolulu College has scored way too many points. There was no coming back whatsoever for UMR. OMI, this 28-14 loss. We'll take a look here. We had 349 for Idaho Tech. Had a good game on offense. Let's see, no turnovers there for the Fusion. Commando Ferrets did have 1 interception given up. Trask was solid. I'd say he was solid, 74%. That's a really good percentage, but he wasn't asked to do too much in this one. 196 for 2 scores. Running the football, Calypso Berryhill was very, very effective. 102 on 16 attempts. And there he goes, just spreading the love there through the air for the Fusion. And then for the offense, for the Commando Ferrets, what do we got? We got McClatchy actually got into the game. And Stranahan looks like he's hurt a little bit, so he might not play next week. But Stranahan had the 1 interception. Granger was mildly effective there. He's in a tough spot. This offense is just not good. So he's like the dude, and he's only a 76 overall freshman. So he's going to have his work cut out for him in the next couple years, unless he transfers. And unfortunately, guys, I don't control the transfers. If I could, I would. I consider it. It might be something fun for our series, but I can't do it. All right, so as we move ahead to week number 7, guys, this is what we've got. We've got Anchorage and Pittsburgh out of conference matchup. Now, by the way, I'm zoomed in here because I do have the results. We've already played week 7 and we're into week 8 at this point. So this is why I don't want any spoilers. So I'm all zoomed in right here to show you guys not the records of the teams, but just the matchups. So we got Fresno A&D, LA Metro, huge game. So where LA Metro took down Albuquerque, Fresno A&D has only 1 loss in conference, where they lost on an upset to OMI. OMI beat them. Crazy. But that's a big game right there. LA Metro looking to keep pace with Fresno A&D. It's an interesting story. It's a crazy story. Fresno A&D is like a 74, 72 overall team, and Keneal's just taking that team to new heights. So we'll see how that game goes. We got Northern Utah and Vegas State. That'll be an interesting one there too. We were talking about how Vegas State was on the come up. Northern Utah is on the come up. Both of those teams kind of figuring their game out a little bit. And then Bellingham and Albuquerque. That will be our next user versus user ball game. So that will be fun to watch. See how Dalton takes on Tom. Tom with the Mighty Puffins and Dalton with the Arrows. How did the Arrows bounce back from that loss, and how does Bellingham continue to pound the rock with Malik Hayes, right? Then we got Santa Fe State against Idaho Tech. This will be a tough matchup for our Roadrunners. Defense gets a little leaky at times, and Idaho Tech's got a really good offense, so that'll be a fun one. Then you get OMI, who got not blown out, but they're still not a good football team. And you got the Multnomah State Orcas, who just completely destroyed Eastern last week, so they're humming along. How are they going to play against OMI, team that's already upset a better team in Fresno A&D this year? And then is OMI going to be able to hang with an offense like Multnomah State? That's going to be a tough one. Then you got Honolulu College against North Pole. So North Pole was also off last week in week 6. Again, how's that offense going to fare in simulation? This is all sim, guys. I can't enter into these CPU versus CPU games like you could in NCAA 14. So there's your matchups there for week 7. So that'll be next Thursday. Week 7 will be Thursday. Then next Saturday will be week number 8. We got OMI Vegas State, Anchorage Santa Fe State, Albuquerque Northern Utah, Liberty and Multnomah State, Fresno, Idaho Tech, North Pole, Colorado A&T, Boise State and UMR, Honolulu College, and San Diego State. So that'll be your Week 8 matchups. Week 8 is going to be the fantasy week. Okay? So the players that you get to choose from will be from this slate of games here, not Week 7. Week 7 is going to be posted on Thursday. Week 8 is going to be posted next Saturday. So I'll see you guys in a week for fantasy action. By the way, that form is going to be available to you guys tonight, right here in the description, in the comment section. It's a little tough because you're looking probably at Week 7 and you're thinking like, maybe I want to see how these guys perform in Week 7. I'm not quite sure yet who I want to pick for my Week 8 fantasy squad, and that's totally fine. Like, you can wait until Thursday to submit your picks, but just know that it's not covering Week 7 games. It's available now, but it's not covering Week 7 games. It is covering Week 8 action. So guys, leave a like if you like this thing. I will see you in the next one coming up on Thursday, Week 7, Week 8 on Saturday night. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, and peace.